What's up, everybody? Tactical Turtleneck here, coming at you with the flu and bronchitis. I'm feeling great. Not really, I feel like shit. Now, for those who have been living under a rock, Hurricane Helene came in and ravaged the United States recently. And when I say ravaged, I mean absolutely ravaged. We were actually going to be going on vacation back down to an area in Florida that we really like, and it is gone. And when I mean gone, I mean it ceased to exist. Not only did it affect places like Florida, it affected Georgia, the Carolinas, Tennessee. It has affected a huge swath of the United States right now. So one would assume, hey, FEMA's gonna do stuff, right? Hold on, I need more hydration. Don't look at me like that. I'm well aware of my poor life choices. Now, the DHS oversees the funding for FEMA, and they have put Mayorkas in charge of this. Why? I have no idea. But, according to Mayorkas, there's no more money. There's not enough funds to actually help the people in the United States. Now, just a reminder, these are people that paid taxes to fund these programs, okay? So this is a program that exists that people were extorted money from their checks to pay for, okay? That is how the federal government makes money, okay? They don't make money, they steal money. They take your money and then they put it towards crap. Now, one would assume in a rational society that crap would at least be crap that we get. Now, the big problem is that money isn't going to citizens. No, it's been going to illegals. And yes, YouTube, I'm going to call them what they are. Illegal immigrants. Illegal aliens. God, you can really tell that I'm sick right now. Now, in April of this year, FEMA announced $640 million in new funding. $300 million for direct funding to help immigrants settle in the U.S., while the other $340 million went to cities via grants for the same purpose. They've been funding this. That's just this year. I want everybody to understand that is $640 million in new funding, not just previous funding. Mayorkas has even said that the funding that FEMA would have had for disaster relief for the hurricane season was used up by migrants.
Fuck the federal government.
Was used up, now I don't want to say by migrants, used up by illegals. Used up by criminals that shouldn't be here. But still, of course, the government's gonna take care of our people, right? That's just what they do. Of course the government's going to take care of our people by giving them $750.
Fuck the feds.
$750 to people whose homes were destroyed, whose lives were destroyed, whose family members are gone, washed away. So let me get this straight. Our citizens who had their paychecks raised and stolen in the form of taxation to then fund programs like FEMA and Social Security and all the other crap that nobody's ever going to actually see, isn't actually getting any of that money. Instead, most of it's been given to illegals that are criminals just by virtue of entering this country, let alone the fact that a majority of them are military-aged criminals from Venezuela. And the United States citizens that had that money taken are then getting $750. Meanwhile, the illegals are getting houses, free hotels, gift cards, prepaid cell phones, and special treatment. Yeah, that sums up the government right about now. This is despicable. You know, here's the thing. I actually talked to one of my friends who is not of the same political persuasion as me. Even they said this is bullshit. Even they said that this is unforgivable. Not only that, but also you have the government shutting down air travel to the areas, making a no-fly zone to these areas because private citizens were using helicopters to fly in supplies. Now, I do understand that people going to a place to help out when they are not equipped to do so, can present its own dangers. That I understand. If you go to a disaster zone and you are not actually, prepared to deal with the situation, you are just going to get in the way. That I understand. But just a blanket ban on this kind of stuff, threatening to arrest pilots that are emergency pilots that do this for a living because they're not FEMA? Well, guess fucking what, FEMA? Fuck you. This video is gonna be all over the place just because I'm sick and I'm ranting.
Fuck the feds.
I'm going to post in the description an actual fund that will go to those people. If anybody wants to donate to those people rather than, fucking FEMA doing nothing, by all means. I'm sure that there are many organizations on the ground that do require food, hygienic supplies, things of this nature. If anybody wants to donate those, I'm going to see if I could catalog all of them, put them down below. God, I'm so fucking angry.